Ah. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, that was singing.
I talked
Almost.
to Janine last night till, what the hell? Oh,
You talk. We're on.
Sandy, I talked to Janine until,
We're on live now.
oh, live, okay. There you go.
Well, at least I think. Yes, that's not the right thing I'm
I
on. You
thought
can.
it slides off my head the other way. I grab it this way.
You can zip tie it. We're just getting our hearing devices going. Where's Facebook? Here it is here. Where's this? Here's this.
Wait a minute, what the hell?
Is that the right thing? Is that an old one?
This is not the one we had yesterday.
Oops! We're looking for the hearing device that we were using yesterday. And we can't find it. But we have found another one which is not the one. Oh. Oh no. Excuse us while we investigate. You didn't take it out with you, no?
No.
It's on the floor.
It's on the floor.
It's on the floor. And the wheels are trapping it. There you go.
That's look better.
Yeah. I didn't think it
Okay.
had the sticky up thing.
Okay, so I'll turn this one off and see what it sounds like.
Is that any use?
They're a little bit different.
Right.
I'll
You
turn
just-
that one off.
You just go for the one you
And then
prefer.
I'll put this one on. Okay.
We're doing a comparison now.
As a comparison test.
Yes.
Okay, oh my word, yep, okay, we are
Is
on.
that one much better?
Yeah, it is more distinct.
Is it?
That's the problem with these hearing aids, is I can hear the noise, but I can't tell what the words are.
And no complaining about sense.
No, I wouldn't try it.
Okay, that's fine.
So that's why it's back in there.
That's
Okay, so-
well, you can have all this
I
back. Do you want me to
wonder-
take
I
that
wonder-
one?
I wonder why I turned that one down. But at any rate, put it back
I'll
up
put it
there
back
because
up there,
apparently
'cause
that's
that's
where
where it
we're
was.
keeping
Back up, back up.
backups. Okay.
There we
This
are.
one leaves on the floor for some reason.
Yes. Have you not got a pocket in that top?
No,
Oh, that's a right. You'll have to redesign your wardrobe.
I know. Well, I gotta get the chairs
Oh,
started
okay.
up here next to. Okay, there we go. Oh.
So anyway, we've now decided that we prefer the one that we got yesterday.
The repair.
Eh?
Yes.
So we prefer that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
At the moment,
at the moment.
we can change our minds at any time.
Exactly.
Carlene's Goldy Farm. That'd be me.
I think so.
I have to put them there because I can remember.
Because you've got your jumper on your stool. Here,
That's true.
do you want your thing?
Yeah, that would be good. Okay. Oh, it's tough. Good Lord.
That one's got a tremendous amount of sellotape on it.
There we
Sticky
go.
tape.
Now you'll notice I have to open the end because see
Yeah.
you have to now because they make the
Oh, that's got a
envelope
thing that.
just not quite big enough. Okay, you can have that. Did you want that one?
Yeah. I don't
Okay,
think it's
it
got. It
hasn't got anything on it.
hasn't got a name on it.
Carlene, at least you don't have to wear a cone. That's true. Hope your elbow and all the body parts stop playing up in your chipper soonest. Dedicated UK fans, Helen. Thank you, Helen.
That's really sweet.
That is cute. Wow.
It's very funny.
Did she? Well, that's it. She made that somehow.
That's come all the way from the UK. That's why
But it's all
it doesn't
printed.
have an address on it. Yeah, I think she's gone to this company called Moonpig
Oh.
who do that, so she's had it made for you.
Oh, very nice.
It's super.
I like that one.
Thank you, Helen.
And this was just the American Cancer Society. I figured I'm taking cancer pills. I better
Do
donate.
something with it. Right, okay.
Donate something.
So I'll keep that for Judy.
That's Judy, right?
Yes.
There we go.
We're getting all confused because we don't have a table.
That's true. And these doesn't have an address either.
Oh.
But I'll give it to you anyway. Today is a very special day. So happy that you're feeling better. 20 for the Fun Fund.
Oh, this is.
Grandma Granada.
Oh.
Wasn't that nice? Here we go. You can have that
Right,
one.
now I have to get myself all organised, otherwise Judy will be very disappointed
go.
in me. Thank you.
Hi, Carlene. So happy to see you are back normal and feeling much better. Our local electric company uses a galvanized pipe with an elbow at the top to raise the line over a tree or garage
Oh.
to reach the nearby pole. Would this work for the internet line with several braces at the bottom? $20 to the Fun Fund. It might be. Uses a galvanized pipe with an elbow at the top. Yeah, that could work.
Yeah. Like one of those pipes with. Oh no, it's not to go. It's to go through plastic. You can't go through metal. Well, we could get metal ones. We can get plastic ones.
Sure, but we could stand there at the bottom and push it up without having to get up.
Yeah, exactly.
Without the,
Who's the royal we there? Is that you
right,
at the bottom?
We could tie it to the tree with a piece of rope.
Oi!
Oh, stop it!
Doris! That's enough. Yeah, that could work actually.
That could work.
I've got it.
The other problem is the worker.
Yes.
They sealed up the little hole. Oh, there we go.
Oh, poo pickers. Oh, sorry.
Uh-oh.
Now we've done it.
Courage is being scared to death and saddling up anyway. John Wayne. That's a good one. That's a good one. The purpose of life is to be defeated by greater and greater things. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
One of the keys to happiness is a bad memory.
Definitely.
That's a good one, too. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people just exist. Well, that's true enough, too.
Mm-hmm.
You're never too old to set another goal or dream a new dream.
Definitely
so
not.
that's true, too.
So
Courage
these,
is scared to death. I
so
like
these
that
were
one.
from Marina S.
Marina A.
And,
Where
and
else?
from Vancouver, British Columbia.
Yes, okay.
Goodness.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Words of wisdom.
There you are.
Thank you. Oh, right. I finished with that.
That's
That's
it.
good.
I
Hallelujah.
got a box. Didn't I have a box?
Yes, you've got a box. Hold on a second. I got to organise this. Otherwise, I'll upset Judy, and I don't want to do that. She's only just back.
That's true. That's true.
Now, here we go. I don't think. Do you
Oh, I
need-
see. I see what this is. I don't think I have to open it. It's a heating pad for my shoulder.
Did you purchase it?
I did.
Oh, you did. Well done.
Well done.
Yes.
Sisters after two. Well done. Sisters
Don't ask me
after
for
two.
singing songs.
That's Mary Poppins. That's with the women that are fighting this something or other.
The suffragettes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you are. How about that? Okay, so it's a weighted heating pad to go on the shoulder blade that I'm having trouble with.
Well, I hope you don't have problems with it being weighted like I'm having problems with a weighted blanket.
No.
You'll get stuck under it and too hot.
That's just, well, wait till you see the other thing I'm getting. Is this S-shaped
Oh,
back rubber?
uh,
If these people haven't seen one before, they're going to laugh like hell.
I think we'll need a demonstration.
Right. Well, I can do that.
Excellent.
I've had one before. When I went out to buy Mary, that donkey that I had such a good time with out in Kansas, everybody out there was using them, and they gave me one. And I came home with it on the plane.
Was it made out of wood?
No,
Plastic.
plastic.
Huh.
Plastic. It's a great big S shape, and you can work your back.
Excellent.
Don't you laugh.
I shall not laugh at all. I actually looked at it on
What?
Amazon, and I thought that actually looks like it could cause a lot of damage.
Yeah, right.
Oh, dearie me.
Oh.
Well, at least you can hook it on this thing. Oh, not.
Well, there
It's
you go.
got its own hook. We're all sorted. Yeah. I don't know if maybe the connection's not the best today. It's people are getting jerky sound and videos. I have no
Well,
idea.
I do have another announcement to make.
Oh.
It's going to be difficult, but I'm now drinking an awful lot of things like these,
Yes.
and I just plain cannot throw all those bottles away.
I've just made you a catch box for them.
Did you?
Uh-huh.
Because I have several different kinds. This Ensure is one that I do eat, so that's one shape. But what stopped me was when you went into Topsfield to that whatever it was in town with those animals.
Mm-hmm.
We could have had a whole bunch of those things with some sand at the bottom, and you throw a penny, whatever,
Uh-huh.
you know,
Yeah.
a whole game out of it.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm doing that just in case we put together a weekend party deal this fall.
Oh, well, that's a relief. You keep going with that because you'll have enough by then.
I will have enough by then.
You could actually have enough in a month's time, quite frankly. But
No,
hey.
I'd only have 30 then.
Well, okay.
No, and I have little tiny ones that I just got at Costco.
Yakult ones.
Yes, those are good for swallowing pills.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They are. They're wonderful.
Yes.
Coat your stomach a little bit and get the damn things down. And then you end up with this little bottle, a little plastic bottle. Now, I could put golf balls on the top.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's beginning to go together.
Yes.
So, at any rate, that's what I'm doing. But I can't collect them outside because I can't figure out how to store them all upside down because any other way they're going to get rain in them.
Yeah, I know.
And then they're going to get to be an awful mess.
Yes.
So, where are they being now stored?
In see that box there? The Starbucks box? The Keurig one? It's up beside the microwave.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was just popping them in there.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's pretty close. Okay.
Yeah. In fact, you know, you could sit there and it could be
Throw
like throwing hoops.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm hoping we're not going to be picking them up off the floor. Oh,
I want
dear.
to tell everybody today that she and Carly did a marvelous job of dumping the dog food today.
Oh.
It's a 47-pound bag. isn't
I
it?
know. We were so proud. We did not, much to Larky's disgust.
Larky was standing there waiting for them to goof up, and they didn't.
No, we didn't drop a single bit.
Not a bit.
That's the first time ever.
Yep, I think it is.
Teamwork. Well, I think Carly had the rough end of the deal because she had the heavy end of the bag.
Well, I was trying to figure out how we could make some funnel.
Mm-hmm. We shaped the top of the bag.
There you go. Okay.
Amazing. So that was good. That was after we'd purchased it. You've had a busy day.
Did I?
Well, yeah, you did.
Oh,
You were out. Are you whistling?
I'm whistling. I'll put my thumb over them. Okay, don't do that.
No. So you had a busy day because you were out with.
I was out with Judy,
Yes.
and we did a job that was a very long one. It's usually very simple at that place,
Ah.
but we did both sides,
Oh my goodness.
and there were 53 people.
53 people.
53 people, and they all wanted to feed the dog. Well, with 2 or 3 notable exceptions, they all wanted to feed the dogs.
Yeah.
So, fortunately, Larky just kept eating cookies. Larky and Sizzle, or 2 of them.
Well, thank goodness they didn't fill themselves up.
Right. And then I went to Costco for the first time in how long?
Quite a
Long
while.
time. So I managed to spend $300 stocking us up with food.
Oh, You didn't get one of the sundaes on the way out.
No.
Oh, they're quite worth it.
Are they?
Yeah, you'd have liked it.
I didn't do that.
Yeah, they were quite tasty.
I'm afraid of it. How much calories in them?
I have no idea.
They put up on the wall, don't they?
Oh, do they?
You didn't look, right?
That's all right. I don't have my glasses with me. It's fine.
Okay.
I actually was under the misapprehension that it was frozen yogurt, but I don't think it is. I wish it was frozen yogurt. That would have been good.
Well, we have projects going on, and I'm always better off when I got some project. You got to bring in the wheelbarrow thing.
Yes, I do. I'm going to get Nick to lift it up. That's the big one.
Yeah.
And because I'd like to get that in use pretty sharpish, because we're all a bit excited.
Somebody said, oh, the orthopedic guy said to me, oh, I've got one just like it. I don't think so. He lives in an apartment.
What does he do with it?
I don't know, Greg. I don't know.
I want to know what he's doing with a wheelbarrow that size.
I know.
Of farm quality.
This is a sizable thing.
Yeah. And if that's the case, tell him to come on down here with his wheelbarrow that
Right.
size. We can find him a job.
Oh, speaking of that, also, Janine said there was a piece of chain link fence.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where it is?
No.
Damn it. Well, next time you're talking to her, will you ask her, because it's out maybe across the street?
In Meredith.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's lying on the ground. It doesn't have the metal bit, it's the interior bit.
It's the chain link stuff.
Yeah. But it's not it's not currently fenced in. But yes.
I don't want to fence
Oh right,
it.
that's fine. I've got that then.
Yeah, I want to drag it behind me.
Sure. To drag the paddocks.
Yeah. Because
That's
once
a
you
good
pick up
idea.
the clumps, you got to pick the clumps anyway.
Yeah.
But there's always a whole bunch of stuff, including the hoof prints.
I know, damn it.
I know. Well, this would make it fine.
Yeah. So do you want to get metal bars to make it into
No.
No? You just want to drag it like
I
that?
want to drag it, but I have to make it so it doesn't collapse this way.
Yeah.
I'll put a pipe or something.
Aha. Because we've got a lot of that
What
metal.
did you do with the chain that was holding up the dining room table?
Well, it wasn't there.
What?
It wasn't there.
There was a chain in your house when I sold it to you. Well,
Well, I own it then. No, I don't know. I don't think there was a chain there. I'll check with Nick.
I asked you yesterday if they took down the chain, and you said there was no chain anymore
No,
because it had a rope on it too.
there was a rope.
The rope
rope was
hooked to the
there.
chain.
Oh, I'll have to ask Nick. He did
Well,
that.
'cause
He did.
I just thought of that. That'd be perfect length.
Yeah, he did that while he was dusting.
Okay. So how am I going to keep the? I could drag it any old way. Any way
Yeah.
you drag a piece of chain will smooth out the ground.
And we've got that really nice hook attachment on the back. You know the one that we hook the wheelbarrow
and
onto?
that's a name.
Yeah, whatever it is.
I did.
Yes.
I don't now.
No.
Gaffer, goofer, grabber. I don't know. It's like a
Gripper. I don't know. We had the box at one point. But yeah, we could do that. So it's across the road. And it's just all... And the only problem is it's all rolled up. And I think it's plastic coated. So we'll need to straighten it out. Need to hang it from somewhere. Right up there.
No, we don't have to hang it. How long and how big a piece is it?
I don't know, but diameter-wise, it's like that.
What?
Diameter, the diameter of the roll. It's in a roll. It's rolled up.
Oh, it's maybe too big.
Oh, we can try and cut it. I've got big...
You don't cut that. You know how to do that?
does that all unravel?
You just take one of those things and you sit there and you twist it, and it all comes apart.
I'll bring it in here.
There you are.
We shall put it up on those
There
those sawhorses, and you can get it to the size
Right,
you
I'll
like.
get it fixed right.
Excellent.
You only need about 6 feet.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Oh.
Janine and I actually tried that last year. You should have seen us. We had a gate panel. You know, one of the fine gate panel,
Yeah.
probably the pink panel. We had that. We had filled milk jugs with water to weight them at the end. We had big things on them to keep it lying as flat as we could. Yeah, and we were towing it with a gator, and the gator went start, stop, start, stop. So, so we didn't do a very good job.
Oh, I ought to be able to do better than that.
I think you might do better than that, honestly. You should have seen us. It was a bit of a disaster. But we did try, so this can be Mark 2.
Yeah, well, trying is experience.
Oh, yes. Oh, dear.
That chain, the chain that was holding up my dining room table would be very helpful.
Yeah, we'll have to ask Nick about that. See if he has an idea where that is.
Maybe it's still banging you in the head. You didn't notice it.
Well, probably. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. It's no. So the other thing is, you did lots of Costco shopping. And then what else did you do? You had PT.
I came home and the PD guy came
Yeah.
and made me walk around.
And has he not told you that he doesn't want to see you again because you're a bit too advanced?
That's true.
Yeah.
Both he and the
The nurse.
nursing lady.
Yeah, she's given up you too. She says you're too healthy.
That's too bad. But anyway, what the heck?
Well, not a problem.
Not a problem.
And when you went out, I took Mr. Jimny and we went down to Tanner's barn.
Okay.
And then we went for a wander around the pond and we had a conversation with Wallace about his clear up endeavour.
He was blowing things today.
He certainly was.
Oh, and I'll tell you something else we learned today.
Mm-hmm.
That when you lose electricity with this lovely pellet stove,
Mm-hmm.
the smoke comes into the house. Because it doesn't have a fan to push it outside.
Push it out.
So
Right.
we blew the electricity with the microwave oven, which happens a lot. I don't know why. But he was out there with the blower, so I had him come in and diddle with the whatever they are over there.
Good to know.
The switch trippers.
Yes. Oh, the junction box thingy.
Junction box, that's a word. No,
Is that
it's
what
not. But what are those things that are in there, though?
They're the fuses. Fuse box.
No, they used to be fuses. They're not fuses anymore. They're funny trippers.
The trip box. Yeah, we'll
Right,
have a trip
whatever.
box. We all know what it does. We just haven't named it quite yet. Hmm. And then,
Well, I was all ready to plug myself into Carly's house.
oh, were you?
We've got an extension cord somewhere
Yes, we
there.
have it out the back.
Because this is the only house on the property, only building on the property,
I know.
without the generator.
I know. Which is a bit remiss, really.
I know. They were
Uh,
only, what, $20,000 or something weird. I don't know how much they were. They were expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you have to get the tanks put in as well.
Yeah, it's a whole 9 yards.
And you have to get the tanks levelled.
Yep, things like that.
Yep.
Concrete floor. Yep, stuff like that.
Yep. Yeah, I know. And then Jiminy and Carly and I, we went out shopping for Goldy's farm.
Oh, okay.
And we went to Tractor Supply for a treat. we went to Tractor Supply. We got dog food and we got chicken food and some buckets because we desperately needed buckets. And he behaved beautifully.
That's a
And
good dog.
yes, there was another dog in a vest down there that not from anywhere here, but it had a go with another dog, and the other dog slipped its collar and was running around the store terrified.
That's not the one with the spiked collar.
That's not the one with the spiked collar, no.
That was another problem.
That was another, yeah. I was
There's another dog down there, supposedly a service dog with a spiked collar, which is an absolute no.
Yeah, that was a Dane. I don't know who that was.
It's a stupid collar. It's made by somebody who had a very evil mind, because it doesn't train the dog.
No.
As a matter of fact, it prevents you from training the dog.
Yeah,
You want to teach the dog not to pull.
yeah.
And anything is better. A chain collar is fine. A regular collar will work. But a spike collar, you can't yank it and say, don't do that.
No.
So they just pull.
Well, especially not if you're working with it as a service dog, I wouldn't have thought.
Well, it's all screwed up.
Yeah.
You know, you're supposed to be teaching the dog.
But this wasn't in training. This was an actual functioning
I know.
service dog.
I know. I don't know.
Bizarre.
I mean, I've had large problems with some of our service dogs. The worst one, the worst have been squirrels.
Yeah. It's fine.
All right.
We're all okay? Yeah. Whoa.
In two separate occasions, I had to recommend a Halti, which I hate.
Is that the one that goes around the nose?
Yes, the gentle leader, they call it.
All right,
They're not
okay.
gentle,
No.
and they're horrible. The dogs hate them. But I had a young girl, high school girl, go away to college where they fed the squirrels regularly.
All right, okay.
So the squirrels all came running at her.
Yeah.
That just wasn't working.
No.
The dog had to just plain stop it. And the other one was a woman who decided to exercise her dog in a nice quiet place like the cemetery.
Ooh.
And in a nice quiet place for her, but it wasn't for the dog, and it was full of squirrels. Perfect place for them to live.
Yes.
So we had a squirrel problem there too.
Yeah.
And she's so funny because I said, no, you don't want to practice in the cemetery, you want to practice in the subway. I said, the dog will be absolutely perfect in the subway. It's the cemetery.
Yes.
You know,
And the wildlife.
There's a whole learning process when you have a dog.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Anyway, those are my two that really needed some severe training.
Yeah. And we just wanted to also, we had you didn't reply to this, but the rest of the board all had a discussion about, I think that Goldy's farm going forward will cover the working dogs, the cost of the food, because they're the community outreach team, the ones that go out the most. So it was just to let people know that that's what we're doing. The board have all agreed on that, apart from Carlene, because she didn't answer the text. But hey, don't worry about that. So Carly and I, we went and we picked up the dog food, expertly loaded it into the milk churns, I might add. And then we went for another trip with Jiminy. We went to the co-op, and he actually might have selected a dog treat while we were at it, because he's no. We asked him because he comes out with us and he works with us and he's perfectly mannered and he's lovely to have around about. And all these other people are in buying big bags of dog treats, so I thought, well, we'll go and get something. So we went and chose something, and he had that and the treat the lady at the counter asked if he could have. So that was fine, because I don't like him missing out. And we went in there and we got all our horse food sorted. And then we took it back to Meredith and decanted that into more containers. We've been doing container filling today.
Good.
And bucketing. So that was super. So he's been out and he's had a great time.
The co-op doesn't sell Purina.
No, they don't.
That's because the woman who runs the dog part of that thing really believes that dogs will survive better on seaweed and owl eggs or something.
Do you get owl eggs?
Surely you have a pup. No, she has all these wild brands of dog food in there, the exotic,
Yes.
but not all good old Purina.
No.
I've fed Purina 50 years now.
Mhm.
I haven't had any problem, including I've never had a dog have an allergic reaction to it. Although you go to the vet and it's something it's the dog food, you got to change it to this stuff I'll sell you.
Yeah.
And I bring the dog here for a month. Somebody goes on vacation, and I take the dog for a month, and it eats Purina, and it's fine.
Yeah.
So dog food is a religion to some people. There's that Beth.
Yes.
You haven't run into Beth. Beth, I forgot her last name. She had the champion agility Dane in the country.
Mhm.
And it was deaf.
Mhm.
She did a spectacular job training that dog.
Mhm.
She feeds nothing but raw chicken necks.
There's definitely a lot of people that like that.
There are.
Yes.
It does great things for the chicken neck industry because we're eating a lot of chicken.
We are eating a lot of chickens.
I personally would rather have it be ground up and put in dog food.
Yes.
But raw chicken necks are, I can't imagine this place would smell if we had to contain raw chicken mix. It just is a no. It's a no go.
Yeah. It's a
But at
really
any rate, and her
tricky
dogs
thing.
don't look any better than mine.
no.
I mean, their dogs look good.
Yes,
There's anything wrong with them,
I know.
you know.
It's the same with horses. There's lots of fancy additives and
There's only a couple that I kind of half believe in.
yeah.
Selenium is one of them.
Yes.
That apparently is a true thing. We apparently have drained our hayfields of selenium
Yes, and vitamin E apparently
and vitamin E.
in this part of the country
Yeah.
we seem to be deficient. So
So I'll go along with that, but I don't go along with these additives because that's just a marketing. All you have to do is look at the people additives.
I know.
Just think of all the weight we lose if we ate whatever they tell us to eat. Or
Yeah, I know. Wouldn't that be awful?
yes, much better off with the ice creams out of Costco.
Oh dear. Yeah. Let's not get upset about additives in people foods.
How do we get into that topic
I
anyway?
don't know, because we went to all the different stores,
Oh,
but we had a good day getting ourselves organised for at least 2 weeks. Then we'll
well, I'll
start
tell you,
again.
there's another co-op story. Is that I have a charge account there, and you guys have a charge account. ERN has a charge account. Somehow, the signatures showing up on my charge account somehow resemble Janine's signature a great deal. I'm just telling you what the history, the history of the charge account. So that then ERN got a little soft of money or something, and they didn't pay their bill on time.
Oh.
And this is a couple of years ago or something. And they shut her off. That didn't faze Janine at all. She just kept right on charging it to me. So the co-op kind of figures the two of us together. They'll give it to one or the other. You know? It's pretty funny.
Well, I think the nice thing is it's in the 4 years that I've been there, we've been fine and standing on our own 2 feet. So it's obviously been a blip when she was getting things. It goes.
So there are a lot of blips
Yes, I know.
when you try and put something like this
It's
together.
a very expensive process.
It's unbelievable.
I know. It is quite shocking. Carly and I were just talking to the gentleman in the co-op, and he's very, very helpful. And we were discussing this is what we want to feed this here. Is there anything cheaper we can use to get the same results for cheaper? And he's very good. He goes through all the the percentages, and he looks, and he's very helpful.
Yeah.
So we're on something cheaper.
I've tried. There again, it's like Purina. I've tried other stuff other than this. I don't know who makes Omeline.
Ormaline.
Is it a Purina product? I don't know.
It's either Nutrina or Purina. Yeah, I can't remember.
It could be Purina, but I've fed Omeline for 100 years. It's a good miscellaneous food.
You've not hit 100 yet. I just want you to know you've not hit 100 yet.
I have fed that for a very long time and had very little trouble with colics or anything.
Yeah.
I really, but I used to board horses when I was in Linfield, and there was one woman there that used to insist on adding an awful lot of rock salt to her horse's food. I don't know why the horse didn't drop dead, but it didn't.
Do you know the other funny thing? Sometimes, and I don't know whether or not these mills go through supply and demand problems, but because we used to use Ormaline 200, I think it was,
Yeah.
and then we couldn't get it for a while.
I don't know.
Bizarre.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They all come out of the same mills as our Cheerios come out of.
Not quite as tasty though.
Well,
Yeah.
then there's that friend of mine who fed that to her kids, and her kids are gorgeous.
Do they have
6'2".
Do they have nice tails and swishy hair?
Yeah, well, I tell you, one of them is now a tree climber.
Oh.
Yeah, he's very agile, and I saw him go get on the school bus as a little kid with a cup of horse food. That was his breakfast.
Oh Well, I suppose it's similar to muesli,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah,
Grains and molasses.
yeah.
So, not much different.
Of course, that's the woman who had her son in the front seat of their pickup truck, and her husband wanted to go back to the haying. He wasn't even going to take her to the hospital. That was pretty funny.
Haying is a very,
I
very
know, it's very
time-specific
touchy.
process.
It's very touchy.
So you can appreciate that with the weather and all that.
They were a pair. They were a pair. But they were extremely knowledgeable about animals. She owns the swans, the Boston swans.
Oh, the ones down in Boston.
Yeah, those are hers.
Yeah.
She rents them out for the summer.
Yes.
Then hires Janine to try and catch them and bring them home. But the whole thing had shot to hell at that point.
Yeah.
But Janine has some very funny stories about trying to catch swans.
Swans are grumpy.
They're terrible.
Yeah.
When she found out.
I wouldn't thank you for a swan.
And their house was incredibly messy.
Oh, nothing better.
Incredibly messy. The laundry was strung between the cages of macaws and those great big birds because he was a dealer.
Oh, right.
He was a dealer in exotic animals. And boy, that makes a mess of a laundry room, I'll tell you.
It does, because they're dusty.
They're dusty.
Very dusty.
Dust is not just plain old dust.
No.
It's dried poo.
Yep. It's
Let me kid you.
And
anyway,
then the
her family all held. And last time I was in there, the kids, she had these two boys that were, that ate the food. They were trying to catch the snake under the sofa.
As one does.
Yeah, right. And it was chaotic. The snake running all over the place. I'm scared to death of snakes. I don't like snakes.
But it was under the sofa, so you're okay.
And to her, it was perfectly normal. I mean, she was just getting supper ready.
Oh, dearie me.
She's the one that had a bunch of rat terriers. Rat terrier dogs. I don't think she had any rats.
No,
She had snakes and all run all over the place.
Snakes, yeah. Yeah, I think they're very efficient.
I know a lot of really interesting people,
I know.
etc.
And they've had all these earthquakes. I think they had on the west coast, and then I think, did Hawaii have a earthquake as well? Lots of earthquakes, and there's people who...
Today?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, there's lots of people who've... I think there was one in California overnight. I'm not 100% sure. So that's not good, but it sounds like everybody that we know is all
Judy
okay.
got home.
And Judy got home, thank goodness. And people are suggesting that maybe you'd like a walk-in tub.
I've seen those.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about water, but I don't know how you walk into a pile of water.
No.
I don't think that would work.
I think you have to walk in and then fill it up.
And then you have to walk in while it drains, and all
Yeah.
that drains back. I've thought a great deal about it, but I think maybe no.
You'd get impatient and open the door.
Open the
You'd
door,
be like,
let me out of here. No, Janine is looking at the claw-footed
Yeah.
antique. I've always wanted a hip bath.
Yeah.
You know the hip
Yes,
bath?
I've seen them.
Copper.
Yep.
You just kind of sit in
And a high back.
the high back, yeah.
Yep.
At any rate, we'll figure something
And listen, if you've got a rope above it,
Yeah.
you'll not be going anywhere. You'll be fine.
Right.
Yep. And
I do need a soak.
Yeah, I think it makes your skin better.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's and it takes off all the skin that's sitting there not doing anything.
That stuff.
That's glued.
Well, have you ever studied what's floating on the water that you're sitting in?
Yeah, that scum.
I used to have a strainer.
Yeah.
I used to play with the stuff. See how much I could get in the strainer.
Well, I'll tell you, when I had Lyme, I used to take, gosh, what salts? Oh, you know the salts that you put in your bath?
Epsom salt.
Epsom salts, because they're good for your muscles. It also takes off a good top layer and a bit of your skin as well while you're at it. But I used to do that once a week to try and help my joints get sorted. And Chaos apparently had the best doorbell woof ever.
Who?
Chaos.
Chaos.
Your dog. Chaos. Your dog. Chaos.
Did I have a dog like that?
Can you read it?
Oh, Chaos.
Yeah.
It's your language.
It's my language.
Yes. Chaos. Chaos was a good dog.
Yes, she was.
She did everybody. Starting with Janine.
Oh dear.
She bite everybody in the ankle. Just move around. Get out of my way. Little bit. Make you move.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Yeah. No, I am not having empty bottles in my basement at all. I've probably got countless that I haven't come across yet. Oh, have you written your article for the paper yet?
No.
Oh, better get right on that.
I know, but I haven't got a topic.
Well, you need to hurry up because we're going out at 7:30 tomorrow morning.
What's today?
Friday. Yeah. I don't want any rushed, let's look for photos at the last minute.
Well, if I don't have a topic, he didn't print the last one, so either he didn't like it, didn't have room, or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was about.
I don't know either. We should maybe ask him if he's got one in reserve, just to go with it, because we're busy this weekend. We do
It
have...
doesn't take me long. If I get a topic
Yeah.
and can run with it, I'm all set.
Yes.
I'm really, really rather fond of the numbering of the streets, how the post office does that.
Yes, that's quite an interesting one.
Maybe that's what I should write on.
Yeah. You have to fit a dog into it while you're at it.
I don't know how.
No. Okay.
Well, I can write that we're riding up and down 114, and the numbers go from 333 to 1800.
Yes. Well, that's a good thing to explain to people, like me and Carly, who didn't know that.
You and Carly? Yeah. Carly was the one with me, wasn't she?
Yeah. And I didn't know either. I was like, right, that makes sense.
It does. Well, there's also a little bump in the road. There is.
Yeah. Because the tarmac changes, the
Yeah.
hardtop changes.
Yeah.
So they don't pay for the other town's
You
tarmac.
guys are not going to give you an inch.
Yeah.
Right. And I noticed it just going from Topsfield to Boxford today.
Oh. Yeah, they're very competitive over
Right.
their potholes.
Right.
And there's a lot of potholes.
Potholes.
Yeah. We're doing well in that.
Yes.
We do actually have things for the goats to come. They're big electrical wire spools, and I have to get them to here, so I need the trailer, etc.
What?
You know the electrical wire spools, the wooden ones?
Oh, yeah.
I've got somebody that's got 3 of them for me for the goats.
Oh, good. Where
Yes.
are they?
North Andover.
That's where I was with this bumping in the road.
Well, that's very, very advantageous. Next time you're there, we'll put the trailer on and we'll drag them back.
They'll fit my little
Yes,
donkey trailer.
I think so. Yes. Wallace is doing a super job in the yard. And it's a lot of work.
This is also the time of year when this very soft earth freezes over.
Yes.
And if you have any vines and horrible looking trees growing out of this mess, it's the time to get up on that frozen tundra and cut them off right at the ground level.
Yeah. And we've got quite a lot like that.
Yes. Yes. That's how you make a pond instead of a hell of a mess.
Yeah. Them they're blinking poison ivy vines.
Where's that?
Oh, they go up the trees down the driveway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're nasty.
Right.
Just gonna have a shot of those.
It is so easy to get rid of those, and I have, the last people that lived in that apartment, her one job all year was to just cut.
At the bottom.
Just cut one thing, and the whole thing would die. It must have, 25 minutes a year. She couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. She tried to get the guy to do it, and I blew up and threw him out.
Well, And now we've got poison ivy.
It's
So
poison ivy.
we'll have
It
to
doesn't
go-
matter. I gave her a pair of scissors. You only need a pair of scissors.
Yeah.
Tin snips are better, but scissors work.
Some of them are that thick, though. I've had to take a saw to poison ivy vines before.
Not here.
Not here.
I haven't got any poison ivy that big. I don't know what you're cutting down, lady. My poison ivy's not that big.
That was quality poison ivy, okay? It had been nurtured for years.
Okay.
Oh, dear. Oh. This lady, she uses her food processor. She minces onions, bell peppers and celery, and she puts them in those old prescription bottles and freezes them for chucking in things. When she's,
What?
you know the prescription bottles?
Yeah.
She puts all that minced vegetables in and she cooks with it. She puts it in the freezer and she takes it out. Then you wouldn't have fun with your peeler.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, though.
Well, now that's another topic. Somewhere I was trying to learn how to cook Indian
Yes, last year.
last year. I didn't get very far, but the one thing I did learn, which I haven't tried out yet, but I'm thinking of it any time now, is apparently a lot of Indian cooking is they cook all the seasonings in the oil to begin with, and then add the oil to
The food.
That's not the American way. The American way is put everything in a pot, and then you start adding the seasoning.
Yep, because it makes the because there's a lot of spices.
Yes.
It makes them more aromatic. That's what
The
it's to do.
Indian stuff.
Yes, it's
Yeah, I
to
think-
cook.
yeah.
You cook the spices beforehand. In a
So you're all
type of
for
oil.
this one.
Yeah.
Do you do that way? You cook that way with the spices and the oil?
Uh-huh.
You
Yeah.
do?
And sometimes,
Why aren't you cooking Indian food for me then?
I'm not cooking anything at this precise moment in time. I'm lucky to get breakfast at some days. No, because I actually used to grind my own spices as well. Oh, once
You really
I
are.
actually used to cook. I did used
so
to
did
cook.
I.
Yeah, I've kind
I
of given
made
it
bread.
up. Yeah,
Oh, I made bread.
yeah.
The kids lived on bread. My husband lived on bread and steak.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, he thought it was wonderful.
Yeah, no, but it does it. It's to bring out the aromatics into the oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well, I
nice.
must try that someday.
Yeah, it does. The only thing is, I can say that if it can linger in your house for a while, because it's quite
Well, that's not
potent.
too bad.
No,
Better than what lingering.
I like Indian food, so it doesn't bother me in the slightest.
Yes, I like that.
Yeah. No, I think California is getting a bit of a battering with weather at the moment.
Again?
Yeah, it's got really odd weather going on. They've had so much rain and an earthquake and woof.
Judy says she has never seen so heavy a rainfall.
Is that right?
She said you can barely walk through it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It's like being in a waterfall.
That is not cool.
She said the amazing part was the weather report would come on and say, it's going to rain for the next 25 minutes, and then there'll be a break for 27 minutes, and then there'll be another 14 minutes of rain. And it happened.
It's the most precise weather report I've ever come across.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't believe it, but she said, no, that's exactly what happened. They give it by the minute when it's going to come down, and it comes down apparently.
Well, do you know the most bizarre thing? It was supposed to be good weather today, which for the majority of it was. So I took Annie out into the, that very back paddock in
Yeah.
Meredith? So I took her out and I had her on a long line because her coming back is not reliable. And I heard all this crackling noise and I was like, oh, this is a bit real like rustling and crackling. This blinking hail was coming down and landing in the frost.
Oh,
I was like, okay then, that's fine. Nothing untoward.
wow.
Didn't forecast that, did it?
No.
No.
It
Yeah.
did- It didn't hail here.
No, it
It
was
just hailed on you.
well, yeah, it was just on me, obviously. That's about right.
It's one of those days when you figure you're the only one you get rained on.
Yeah, but it was a lovely day. I do know why the goat is limping. It's because it's A, a goat, and B, because we're slowly but surely trimming back the hoof wall comes down, and because they've got cloven hooves, there's two, and the outside wall with him has started to curve under a little bit. The other one's just fine, but this one has grown longer. It's not growing at the same rate, and it's under, so we're just slowly taking that off, and then he'll be back to behaving himself. Honestly.
Who's doing that?
Me.
Yeah, I would hope. You're not going to hire the vet to do that.
No.
No, of course not.
Cut his leg off first. No, it's quite common, and in
Those
fact,
files are cheap.
no, it's just the clippers. We actually got some through the wish list. But you know the funny thing is, about 2 years ago, when all the white goats were in Meredith, this lovely man, Courtney, who used to volunteer, before he moved down south, I might add, which was very selfish of him, he and Nick, they YouTubed how to trim goats' hooves, and honestly, it was the funniest thing ever watching them, because those goats don't bend in the middle. They're really strong. You know, our white goats, and they've got, have you got the hoof? I've got the hoof. No, I've got the back of the goat. I've got get the goat, and they've got the goat, and the goat's like, really, seriously, guys? And honestly, they got half a goat done, I think, one Saturday, and then they were to come back and get the other half of the goat done the following Saturday, and in between, Alfredo had come, and I said, can you trim the goats? He went, yeah. And he went, clip, 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 and I'm like, yeah, that's how you do it. so he did it, and it was quick, painless, and not very expensive. So
Okay.
yeah, but this one's lifting its foot okay, because it's like, I've got hurt foot, so he's fine.
I have one other piece of information to pass on to everyone. I've said it before. Donkeys don't allow you, they don't let you twist their front leg.
No.
Their shoulders are bent different than a horse's. So if you have a blacksmith who tries to put the front leg between his knees to hold it, to trim it, the donkey will usually rear up. And everybody blames the donkeys like, oh, they just don't behave. No, it hurts them.
Yeah.
You trim that foot right in line with their body and they'll stand there.
Yes.
You twist it between your knees and you got a elephant on your hands. And I've seen them do. There are two guys on television, the critter fixers. One of them, it's terrible. He shows you exactly. He puts it between his legs. The donkey stands straight up in the air all the time.
Okay, well that I would if I was a donkey, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts. I used to sit on the ground and put their foot in my lap. I had 8 of them.
Yes. No.
The way down there at the bottom, they're only 32 inches. They're the size of the dogs. They're 32 inches. So they're little. They're right down the bottom. You can't bend that far.
No. Oh gosh, I know, because your back really hurts.
I know. I just sat down.
Yeah. At least they didn't sit down too. Your Terence used to sit down on his bottom.
What?
Your Terence donkey, your mini donkey Terence,
yeah.
who Susanna has.
Oh, really?
He used to sit on his bottom with his feet like this in between his legs. I was like, okay, nothing wrong with that.
I've got to go to Susanna's anyway.
Yeah.
I got to take over 4 of those ropes.
Yes, exactly. So you see, this thing's jumped again, and I'm missing comments. But somebody had asked, oh my gosh, they had a tornado in Wisconsin. Ugh, this weather's crazy at the moment.
Yeah. We're not in Wisconsin, are we? No.
No, we're not. I've got family there though, and I know that some people are up there. So this person is asking about, I thought Jimmy isn't going on senior adult care visits. Well, he does actually go on the occasional very quiet one.
He goes on special ones.
He goes on special ones.
He's not. You don't open the door and turn him loose.
No.
No, he goes in right with me, stays with me.
Yeah.
And he's the best one at going and getting the cookie out of the frying pan. He'll go get that cookie out of that frying pan, and he'll turn right around and head back for me like crazy.
Yeah.
And they get a lot of pictures of him and things, but he doesn't go, he doesn't stay. And Judy is well aware that she's not going to let anybody pat him in the head. So the whole thing works very nicely.
Yeah. So this is interesting. So with this, all of the animals that are on here, they're all owned by Goldy's farm, or their financial responsibility falls to Goldy's farm. We have animals that are actually under the auspices of Goldy's farm that are sitting on Meredith. So there's a degree of fluidity over who feeds. You know, ERN feeds some, and Goldy's feeds some, and then when they go to the other farm, we keep feeding them because that's the good thing to do. We don't like to starve them because that's wrong, and we know that. And when we swap them back and forward, so with the likes of Carly's chicken goes to nursing homes, but Carly's chicken is actually part of the same chickens here that are fed by Goldy's farm. So they all come under the same banner as we're feeding the Goldy's farm chickens. The one that lives in her house, it's a relief. In fact, there's two that live in her house. It's a relief because one of them didn't fit in with with the flock, and the other one is Chirpy, and Chirpy is going to be rolled round out to nursing homes. So they would be fed by Goldy's farm otherwise. And the goats are on Goldy's farm, and they will work because we're having people come to visit us. And last summer we had people from nursing homes come to visit, and the goats come out and they wander around.
The goats are very popular.
Yeah. And
they're relatively childproof.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to give a kid an animal to walk, you can, as long as it's outside, you can go walk a goat.
Yeah, I don't know whether or not people remember the Donkey Derby. It was children that were walking the goats. Until those adults took the goats away from the children because they were a bit too enamoured with the goats, and the children were like, we're just walking now, and I'm like, go get your goats back. Honestly, some adults, dearie me. So that's how it works. So we're covering, you know, all the animals have to be covered, obviously, and that's how, you know, we feed on Meredith and we feed on here.
Yeah. And everybody's living.
Well, and you see, so this person's now asking about, you know, so this person is now asking about their vet bills. So fortunately, they don't have phenomenal vet bills. They have a rabies injection, which is a must, and any other injections that are suitable for the state. And I think, you know, the board, the Goldy's Farm board, with the exception of Carlene, because she has not replied to the text that I sent out, but hey, you can just be the silent detractor. Yes, I think it is. You know, these animals, they work for us. We use them, we facilitate them. I take Jiminy out with me. He's a tremendous ambassador for Goldy's Farm. People always ask about him. So as far as I'm concerned, and the rest of the board is concerned, they're covered. They come under the banner of Goldy's Farm. And if anybody has any problems, you're exceptionally welcome to email them to me, Janine or Carlene, and that's the board's decision. And as far as transparency, I think it's important that everybody knows what we spend money on. So when your money comes into the Henny Penny board, we maintain our animals, and that's what the board think.
If they need their teeth cleaned, they get them cleaned.
Should I be cleaning my dog's teeth? Jeez. My dogs don't get paid for, by the way. They get paid for by Nick.
Yeah. No.
No. So.
Just in general, I mean, the maintenance of the animals. Otherwise, we wouldn't have quite so many. I might still have 3 Great Danes, but
yeah.
You know, we wouldn't have all those goats and things.
Yeah, exactly. And I think what people forget is that, you know, they've all, with the exception of the Danes, they've all come from rescue. They're here for a reason. They're in sanctuary care, and we're doing the right thing by them. I don't think it would come as any surprise to people.
What animals do for people, you have to be with us in these daycare centers to see it. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it is. And having not experienced it myself until I went out, I mean, I think I only started going at the beginning of the year because Janine made me. Should I be needed in an emergency? And it actually is the relationship between people even people who are non-verbal, people who don't have sight, the power of touch, the enjoyment that these people experience from these animals is really lovely. It's heartwarming, I would suggest.
It's heartwarming, but it also, if you take the whole thing down through society, down to children who are not being raised around animals currently, that's one of our problems with the whole, some of these kids have never even touched an animal. Some of these kids in Boston have never walked on dirt. They've only been on hot top their whole lives. I mean, there's a huge gap here, but the animals fill that gap. Even if I'm just out walking in the supermarket,
Yeah.
I'm inclined to let people pat them things because they get so much out of it.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, now Jimmy doesn't go out with me as a service dog, obviously.
Yeah.
People stop and they ask, can they touch him? Can they do this? Can they do that? And, I look to see how Jimny's responding to them. And if it's somebody that, he's going, I say, no, he's working.
And he tells you.
And he does tell you, because you can read him. And if it's somebody that he seems reasonably curious about, I say
I'll
yes.
talk to them.
I'm like, pat him on the shoulder, don't touch his head. Until I realised, I think I'm standing rubbing a spot in the back of his neck. I think Judy's just done front line. And then, so I'm rubbing it like that, going, why is he greasy? And then I thought, I bet you that's front line. And I'm like, ooh, don't put it in my eyes, scratch my eyes. So anyway, so we very much read, but he goes out and people ask about him and we talk and he's a tremendous ambassador for what you've done.
I have had grown men on the street come and pat the dog and say, oh, thank you. I can't tell you what you made my day.
Yeah.
I hear that all the time. He's made my day. Whether it's one or the other, any of them. I mean, it's just,
yeah.
It's unbelievable.
It really
it's
is.
something, basically we can offer to the public
And we do.
And we do.
Yes.
And we do. And all of you people who give us $10, help feed them.
And we facilitate that. And I think that's the important
We don't
thing.
waste a penny, believe me.
No. And that's what, the mission of Goldy's Farm.
That's why they all keep charging it to me when the going gets tough.
Yeah. Nothing wrong there.
No.
No. So if anybody's got any complaints, you're very happy to.
Please let
happy
us
for you
know,
to reach out. But
I don't see any problem.
yeah, I don't. So Elaine, it's actually not very difficult trimming goats' hooves, especially if you've got a solid wall, because if you put them up, lean on their front shoulder, you can lift the front foot and you can turn around and do the back foot and then swap them around the other side. So it's actually easier than you think.
It's like watching men put up a teepee. That thing.
It is. It's super fun. It's super fun.
Yep. Or those two boys put together the mannequins.
Yeah, I know, and I'm very well aware that the person who's asking the question about the funding was being difficult. I did recognise that, but I think one of the things that we have always prided ourselves in is the fact that we're as transparent as we possibly can be. If we haven't been transparent enough, people ask us questions. I know that I answer questions offline, and I don't see a problem with that, in all honesty. So people,
Yeah, I get questions.
yeah, so people can come in and they
Did
can.
you ever think that it might be cheaper if you?
Yeah.
And sometimes they've got a point.
Yeah, and and I think the other thing is that in answering people who come online, I think it gives the Goldy's Farm community and the Goldy's Warriors a chance to say, no, that's actually what we support. Because it's one thing the board's saying that's what we're doing because we've collectively, the 5 of us, discussed it and thought it's a good idea. But, if there's anybody part of the Goldy's Warriors, they can say yay, nay, or how about it. So I think that's important. And we don't worry about it. And and it comes back to, I remember I was was involved with a class in a city centre school in Glasgow, and I didn't ever think I would come across somebody who didn't know where cow's milk came from.
Oh yeah.
And was actually disgusted the fact that it came out of a cow because it wasn't hygienic.
Let's face it, Janine didn't know where it came from in a goat either.
Well, that's exactly right.
She comes home with 5 male goats, expecting me to milk them. I mean, I've had jobs in my life, but really. I had this lovely little goat milking machine all designed to bring some male
goats, yeah. I suppose we could have gone into sort of like...
And you were on that thing too, weren't you?
No, that was nothing to do with me. I would have recognised those as not udders.
Oh dear.
Oh dearie me. Yeah. So, thank you so very much for joining us this week. And it's Friday.
It's Friday.
Yeah, and we've got a busy weekend planned. Well, you have. You're up at we're out here at 7:30 tomorrow, okay?
Yeah.
Chop chop.
I'm fine.
No nonsense.
I'm fine.
We're going to get things done. So there. And
I'm driving tomorrow.
she's driving on the farm tomorrow.
On the farm.
Yes. We don't drive on roads. We drive on the farm.
We drive on the farm.
Yes.
And the reason we drive on the farm,
Yes.
it's not a capability thing.
No.
It's the fact that with all these clots I've got in me,
Yes.
I could keel over at any moment, and that would be a little bit bad on the highway. So
Yes.
I have to go along with it. So
Yes. It's not a she shouldn't be driving. It's just we don't want a clot moving and causing any unexpected issues.
when it comes to backing up the trailer into the barn,
She's doing it.
they don't care whether I've got clots or not.
No, we're like, get out. You're up. Because there's no way I'm reversing that blinking trailer. Last time I tried to reverse that trailer, Kate's asking actually for the trailer to be reversed round so we can get the manure loaded onto it. And she said, can you do it? And I'm like, yeah, the last time I did it, I said, I actually think I made contact with the tool shed. And she went, oh yeah, I was there. I had to shout at you to stop. And I'm like, yeah, so I'll not do it. I said, but I know someone that can. We're fine. Dearie me. Because we like our buildings standing.
And standing is
Yeah,
good.
standing is much better. Yes.
Okay, so we're off.
We're off. So enjoy your weekend.
Bye.